Hello, everyone, and welcome to this preparation for affirmation of baptism course. I'm Pastor Eric,
And I am Pastor Chris.
and we're really excited that you're joining us for this. This is the first venture into this process as we're trying to rethink the way that we do faith formation, confirmation, affirmation of baptism. These are sort of two languages that we've used a long time. We've talked about confirmation, and so some of you are coming up and looking towards 10th grade where we've traditionally made
Yeah.
that confirmation. Affirmation of baptism is another language that gets used to refer to what is effectively the same thing, but it's
But not really.
but not really. Yeah.
Right. Not
Well, I
really.
mean, it
And that's
depends
why we're
upon how you
doing
use it.
this.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think the reason that we're trying to go to the affirmation of baptism is to get you to think a little bit about it. One of the ways that I think that, we've gotten tripped up maybe in the way we think about confirmation is we say things like, are you going to get confirmed?
I got confirmed
I
on
got
Sunday.
confirmed, which in that language, who is acting?
Yeah.
It's ultimately the church acting to confirm you,
Right.
as opposed to you confirming your faith or affirming your baptism. And that is ultimately what this process is about you affirming your faith.
Saying yes to that. I'm actually really excited about the journey that you're on and that you're even watching this, because saying yes to your faith is saying yes to God, and it's opening yourself up to a deeper a commitment to a deeper lifelong relationship with God that happens every day. So
Yeah.
I commend you for that, whomever you are, because you don't actually have to be here.
Yeah, it is not something that you have to do by any means, but it is something that you can always and, in fact, constantly do.
Yeah.
One of the other things we like about the language of affirming our baptism is something that we do daily. And one of the things I'm excited about for this course is that within this group, it's not going to just be, ninth graders and 10th graders. We have people from all over different stages of life, some that have already been through a confirmation program. But because this is something that we can do again and again, and these baptismal waters constantly invite us to go deeper in our relationship with God, there's not an end to
Yeah.
affirming our baptism. And so I'm really excited for the group of people that we have going through it and the different experiences, the conversation that will lead to, because that community is also a significant part of baptism. We are
Yeah.
baptized into community, into the church, and that's never just a age segregated all ninth graders or all seniors or anything like that. It's a community that includes infants and,
Right.
seniors. And when we stretch that out, people that have died and people that will come and be baptized. I mean, if we really go
Yeah.
with it.
And you got to think about it that way too. Like you're affirming your faith, you're getting confirmed, you're affirming your baptism, but that's not just a gift that for you. It's something you're doing, but that's a gift for the whole church, that we get to see other people who are experiencing God's work in their lives. And it's a public thing. That's the power of it. Is it's that public community acknowledgement of coming together.
So, yeah, if we go through this process, the end is ultimately the affirmation of baptism in front of the congregation
Yeah.
for that public. And many of you have probably witnessed that with other people in the past. Oftentimes it's been those 10th graders standing up in front of the congregation, saying, I believe this. And it really is a powerful thing to witness and to sort of stand there. And it's always been a great tradition here for those people going through the process to read their faith statements. And so to get a little bit of a deeper sense of what it is that is being affirmed here. And so that'll be part of our process as well. And we hope that the way that we're kind of going about and changing some things will mean that by the time we get to that place, if you decide that affirming your baptism is something that you want to do, and if not, that's actually fine too. We want this process to be something where it's an exploring option. And the other thing about it being something we do constantly is that door never closes.
Yeah.
You can always come back around and decide, all right, this is not the year, but 10 years down the road, maybe you want to affirm your baptism. But whenever you get to that public place of sort of affirming your baptism, it really is an inspiration, I would say, to the community as a whole, in a sense of sort of lifting up the faith of all of us. And so I'm excited for that moment and for the journey with all of you. and for all of the different places and stories and experiences and faiths that you're coming with and bringing into it. We're going to ask you to introduce yourselves, with that via a little bit of a video to get us started for some of the online stuff. But as you listen to the stories of some of the other people, just note the diversity and the difference in the group, and recognize that that is the nature of the body of Christ, the community of the baptized, that God calls people from all over and everywhere with all sorts of different stories and experiences and even beliefs. And we hope that our process and your experience will reflect that. That beautiful diversity, and then it really will be a meaningful one for you. So we're excited to have you joining us. Thank you so much for your desire to participate in that, and we're going to be here for you.
Yeah, and we hope the journey's meaningful and a blessing to you. We know that it's going to be for us, so we're glad you're here.
Yeah.